metal cutting using a metal cutting saw blade on your woodworking miter saw. Yes, that's possible. Hi, I'm Jörg from JBWorxStudio. So in today's episode, I'd like to show you this Oshlun 260mm 68 teeth non-ferrous metal cutting saw blade. That's difficult to say. And I also share my experience with it. Spoiler alert up front, it's actually a really cool blade, I think. So I bought this blade especially for one project. I needed 4 pieces of 80/20 material to be precisely the same length. And I wanted to use a stop block on the Festool Capex saw so that I can have repeated cuts 4 times to make exactly the same length. Now, since then I've cut all types of aluminum, also rather large plates for my CNC machine. And I tell you what, this blade works really well. Let me show you. This is 1 inch by 2 inches of 6061 aluminum. And let's see how we do going through this. I do have a stop block set up here, and I need 6 pieces of this, and as always I'm going to use a clamp. And in addition, I'm going to put another clamp right here, just as another precaution to keep this in place. Okay. Still in contact right here. So I'm going to move this up because I don't want this piece to be pinched against anything. So we should have this side free to fall off. The saw is set to 3 from the speed. And let's see how we go through that. That was very nice, felt really good. Wow, that cut quality is amazing. Nice, happy. Next up is this aluminum profile. It's 60 by 60. In the US we often refer to it as 80/20 profile. It's a T-slot profile. However, this is made by Bosch Rexroth. And it's relatively beefy in the cross section. So what I'm saying is that these cross sections right here have a lot of material in them. And let's see how the saw is going to do on that. It's a very nice, some burr here and there, but very nice cut quality, I think. Looks good. Maybe someday when I've grown older, I can see it all clear from above, looking back on it all. Maybe I can see what was broken. So as a bonus, I have 5 tips for you that I'd like to share. I've been using the blade for about 3 months. I made 50 to 60 cuts in aluminum, and the first thing, tip number 1, is a must, and that is wearing safety glasses. There is no way around it. This is not you get a wood chip in your eye. No, this is a metal chip that comes flying at you, and you must use safety glasses. Tip number 2 is the chips that come off are really hot, so it would be good if you can turn down the RPM on your saw. My saw runs on 3, that is a K-Pax, and that is the equivalent of 2,200 RPM. I feel that that is a good speed. The chips that are produced look good, and I don't have to use any force, and the time it takes to cut through a material is good. Tip number 3 is don't use the blade on steel, even in a pinch. It's not made for that. The geometry of the tooth is scraping action. Actually, it's a negative rake angle, and the RPM is way too high to cut steel with it for the geometry that that tooth is cut to. So even in a pinch, don't use it on steel. It's probably also not safe. Tip number 4, use a clamp. In woodworking, we always hold the piece and then we cut it off, and I recommend that you don't do that. In metal cutting, you will never see that anybody's holding the material. It is always a clamp involved in holding the material steady so that you can cut it down. So clamp it with your clamp that is on the saw, and maybe even an additional clamp, but don't clamp both sides. You want one side always to be free to fall off. For me, that is always a piece that gets cut off. So the cut off piece needs to be able to move freely and fall freely off, is what I'm saying. And tip number 5, clean out your dust collector or turn it off. Those hot chips flying in there is probably not a good thing, and you don't want to catch something on fire. Okay, this is it for this video. I enjoyed making it, and I hope you got some information out of this. Leave me a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. Take care and catch you next time. Bye.